Alright everybody, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. So today we have another short horror film to check out. This one is titled Oddities. Alright, it is by Screamfest. If you guys want to check this out on your own time, I'm going to leave the link, the original link for the video down below in the description area for you guys to check that out. Otherwise, I would really love you guys to stick around and check out my reaction and of course hear my thoughts right after. Now this one here reads, so I'm going to read the description really quick just to get an idea. When a drugged out duo attempts to rob an antique store, so like two people, they realize the older woman running the shop isn't as defenseless as she seems. So this actually reminds me of this other one I reacted to a couple of weeks back. It was called Collections Only. And this one was with two guys walking into a house. I won't spoil it, right? But they try to collect something and there's an old woman in there, okay, just like this description, and they pretty much, you guessed it, they underestimate her, and well, things go wrong, right? So they lose control of the situation. You guys should check that out. That one is a heck of a short. It is called Collections Only. So I'm gonna see if I can leave it linked down below, or you guys can just go back to my channel and find it there. I have so many reactions, so I would appreciate if you guys go back to those if you haven't checked those out. Now, today, we have this one here once again called Oddities, okay? First of all, you guys, before I continue here, I want to just say thank you to all of you. I have reached a amount of 500 subscribers. Now, I know it's not like intensely high or anything like a lot of YouTubers out there, but I am very proud to reach 500 subscribers, and I want to thank you guys for subscribing to the channel. It felt like I was never going to get up there. Some days I get like like little views, like a little views and like less than I expected, or sometimes I get more than I expected, which is really cool. But it's like one of those things where you can't really tell how the video is going to do. But regardless, I upload anyway because I love to react to these and I get lots of requests. This is one of the requests actually, but the ones that like do where like I try not to laugh, those get lots of views. So I will continue to do those for you guys. And of course, I'm a little delayed on the painting, but I am going to upload that this week. Once I'm finished with that, as you can see, it's back there. So you guys can actually see the easel where I'm painting this painting at. And it's taking me some time because I had to work backwards a bit just to make some corrections. But I have some painting or the painting to upload for you guys to check out. All right. So, but anyway, my friends, I want to just say thank you. Can't believe I reached that. I'm really, really happy. And then just a piece of advice I want to give you as well. Like I want to give all you guys is just keep going. Whatever it is that you want to do or whatever it is you're chasing, whatever you're working towards, keep showing up for it regardless. I mean, there's days when you're just not going to have time and you just don't have time. Like I've had plenty of those days. That's why I haven't been able to upload. But whenever I do get the chance, I step in here and I upload, and I'm always very happy to check out new stories that you guys recommend or just other types of content. But whatever it is you guys are trying to follow or move towards, reach that goal, don't give up, because there's going to be days where you don't feel supported, you don't feel like it's going anywhere. Even though you don't see the results, you have to keep going. But most importantly, you have to want what you're doing. You have to want to get there. You can't just do it for the reasons of like fame or validation or money or recognition. All those things are nice, but they mean nothing at the end of the day, because you don't want to base your worth off of that. You want to base your worth off of the effect you have on people. You know what I mean? Like, and then again, but I don't want you guys to confuse what I'm saying here. I'm not talking about people accepting you or validation. None of that. I'm talking about you are enjoying what you do primarily, but that what you're enjoying, that what you are enjoying to do is impacting other people positively, and that's what you need to focus on. So are you inspiring somebody? Are you considering people's requests? Are you of service to others? Okay, in short. So as long as you're doing that and you are, in your passion, you are doing what you're doing, you love what you do, that's all that matters. And at the end of the day, it just feels so good when somebody notices. And then little by little, the only way you can go is up. All that does is just grows. Whatever you focus on grows. I'm sure you guys have heard of that. For those who, listen to a lot of motivation videos, whatever you focus on grows. So definitely move towards your goals no matter what, and mean them. Every time you are doing what you're doing, mean it with all of your heart, mean it with all your being, and don't just do it to get people to to like you or to click or whatever. You have to make sure you are doing it for the right reasons, which is, primarily you enjoying what you love. You genuinely doing it because you love it. And that's it. And then you're impacting people positively. Anyway, you guys, I know I did a bit of went on a rant, or not a rant there, but I just kind of went off topic there. I just wanted to say thank you guys one more time. It's a little late, so I'm keeping my voice down. I don't want to talk too high. But anyway, you guys, let's go ahead and jump into this. And last thing before I do, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below. All right. And also hit that bell notification so that you're notified every time I upload videos. And also don't forget to comment and share as well. I'm always very happy for you guys to read your guys' comments and then, react to your requests. Anyway, you guys, let's go ahead and jump in and let's get scared.
So fucking stupid. How do you know this thing's valuable?
My uncle's got one just like it. If they're in good shape, they go for like 8 or 10 grand, no problem. This lady doesn't have a clue.
Then what? I didn't take it to a fucking
I know
pawn
that
shop.
actor.
We're gonna get half
I've
of
seen
that
him
money. You
before.
said I'd get my fucking money
Hey,
today.
hey, just chill. All right? Trust me.
Yeah, I'm not doing this fucking straight.
Yeah, and how'd you guys fucking burn through my stash that quick?
Dedication.
Hey,
Yeah,
look,
I've seen this guy.
we could take the money
Forgot
from
where.
this, and just like that, we could take off. You and me.
What the fuck are you talking about?
What?
There is no you and me. I made out with you for a second so that my friend and I could steal from you. I am legit jealous about fucking delusional
Okay.
men get to be.
Wow.
Didn't feel fake, okay? But Jesus Christ, you gotta fucking drive that home, all right?
And don't think for a fucking minute that because I didn't fuck you, you get to fuck me out of my cut
Okay,
of this shit.
hey, just chill, all right? I got it. Fucking hell. Look, can we just go over the plan one more time?
Oh, poor guy.
All right, so we're gonna walk up all casual. Nice couple on a lazy Sunday.
What if she recognizes you?
She won't. She barely noticed me. You're gonna chat her up while I make my way to the back.
It's like Shaun of the
Wait,
Dead
wait,
when they're
hold
planning ahead of
What do
whatever.
I chat her up about?
Whatever the fuck. Small talk. The news.
We go to mom's, kill Philip, and have a nice sip of. What does he say at the end? I had it good. I
Gas
found what he said at
prices.
the end.
Here.
We go to mom's, we kill Philip, and we have a nice cup of tea. Go to the Winchester.
Just keep her up here long enough so she doesn't see down the hallway. Ask her some shit like.
There you go. He's planning
You're
it on
my
the
device.
other dashboard.
Now, once I get the mirror, I'm gonna make sure that the coast is clear, and I'm gonna quietly unlock the back door. Then, when I'm ready to make a run for it, I'm gonna knock some shit over. That'll make her come back to check to see what's up.
What if you can't get it open? What if it's a fucking lock?
I'm gonna get the fucking thing open, okay? It's not a bank heist. It's 5-10 minutes tops. Okay? Now, like I said, I'm gonna make a run for it. Once she's distracted, you are going to casually walk out the front again. I'm gonna be waiting in the lot with the engine on. By the time that she knows what's up, we'll be driving off into the sunset. What?
I'm not doing this fucking straight.
Holy motherfucker. What do you want me to do? You
crow
want me
in
to,
the
like,
back?
magically manifest some shit out of my ass? Fine. Fucking. There you go. On go, let's fucking go.
Here we go.
Hey, what? Fuck that.
No, I'm not gonna use it. It's just to scare her.
Only if you take the bullets out.
Take the bullet.
Jesus, fuck.
Oh my god.
Come right on in. You were in here last week.
Wow, recognized them right away.
I was.
Heck of a shiner.
Yeah. I was just playing basketball. You know, someone like elbowed me, but that's how that happened. This is my girlfriend. I was just telling her how cool your store is, and you know, she was needing to buy a gift. Right? You gotta buy a gift.
I have to buy a gift
Yeah.
for my dad. It's his birthday.
Ah, Virgo. Perfectionists.
Ha.
Yeah.
Well, you just let me know if you need a hand with anything.
Yes, we are. Jeez. As soon as she recognized them, hesitation came into play. They just wasted time, a couple seconds make a huge difference. That already affected them a little bit. It's a lot different when you actually do it. You know, whatever it is that you're planning. Not this. I've never done this. But I'm talking about like something that you plan and you do it. It's a whole different experience. Oh man.
So, how long have you had this place?
Oh, about 30 years now. Opened it with my husband, Henry. We were both collectors. And, well, once we filled up the house and the garage, we needed some place to keep all our stuff.
Yeah. Oh, it's great.
Oh my god.
Sorry, I got that.
So is he at home or your husband?
Oh, no, he passed a few years ago.
I'm sorry.
Part of life. Excuse me. Do you need help with something?
Yeah, no, I'm just perusing.
Oh, I can actually use a hand over here. I just have some questions about some of the stuff you have.
Okay. So how'd you guys meet?
Just they're mutual friends. We're filling it out.
Well, I know I picked a few losers in my day. But it's just nice to have a partner in crime, isn't it?
Oh my
What'd you want to
god.
ask me, dear?
Making
I
them
was
feel
wondering
so
about-
uncomfortable.
These guys right here.
Sort of a hodgepodge. But the ones here are fetishes. Not that kind. Tribal fetishes.
Oh my god. Wait, what was... The
You
dad?
really should talk to him.
Yeah. How'd you know?
Yeah.
You mentioned it was his birthday, right?
Right. Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah.
You should step out front and call him back. I'm sure he'd be very relieved to hear from you.
Man, that kindness from her is killing them both.
Oh,
Well, at least
good.
her
Thanks.
right now. Uh-oh. She's on to it.
Do you want to go check on that?
No. I'm sure it's nothing.
Okay. I'm gonna go check on him to make sure he didn't break anything.
Sure. Go ahead. It all connects through.
Okay.
Hey, sweetie. Hope you know I'm not calling to argue. Just miss you. Zoe misses you too. We just want to say happy birthday, wherever you are. Just hope you're safe.
It's her birthday. Man, that kindness is just not working for them at all. First the lady in the store, then the dad.
Cole.
She's like, nah, I changed my mind.
Fuck this.
Oh my god.
I'm rather fond of that mirror. But it's hardly worth all this trouble for a cheap reproduction.
We didn't. I didn't.
What's the matter, Lena? Couldn't find anything for your dad?
He threatened me. He forced me to go with him. I didn't even want to come. I told him not to do it.
Dear, don't blame others. When you blame others, you give away your power. Little late for that lesson, though.
Oh my god.
Go ahead, honey.
Yo. Oh. Are they just both like frozen in time? What's happening? What? Oh, they're stuck in a mirror.
You will remain suspended in time, removed from the plane of the living for your transgressions. You will be held in our possession, your vessel in its smallest form, trapped in plain view of all who will never know your name.
Oh my god. This is some Get Out stuff right here. Yo. Oh my god, they were messing with some really evil people.
It's the same old story that I'm hearing again, but each time that I hear it, I think of the rain. It's the same old story.
Are they part of the collection now?
One dream, no fame, no story I
Oh my god. Oh my gosh, you put them in the collection.
Come on in. There's plenty of stuff for kids.
This is so cool. Purple. Don't touch anything.
some scary stuff right here. Oh, God. Wow. All right, you guys, there you have it. That was Oddities. So this one was very, very good. I love that it took place in like a collection shop, like an antique shop. And I mean, whenever I've entered antique shops before, and whenever I enter them, I feel sometimes like a mix of like awe, you know, like inspiration, but also kind of a feel of like creepiness, you know what I mean? Because you never know what some of these things really mean, and if they were used for certain like certain rituals. I mean, all of that stuff just kind of freaks me out sometimes. It's like what you hear about stuff like you know, having like dolls, you know, that connect to people's souls, and people can just like do whatever they want with the dolls. They manipulate a certain individual's life, or you know, like through their soul. I don't know. It's just really weird, like voodoo dolls, right? And you hear a lot about this in Mexico. Like you hear a lot about people, you know, controlling other people's lives through a doll, and that stuff is just scary to me. So like we see these two kids, you know, these two young kids that are about to rob this antique store, and like you can tell that they've never done that before. They've never done it before, right? They seem very like jittery, very nervous. They're obviously on some kind of drug. Well, we see that they're, you know, sniffing cocaine in order to get hyped up before they go rob the store. So like all of this is just, you know, you can tell that it's probably not going to be successful, because they're just going in and thinking that it's very easy, right? They're just going to go get away with it. And worst of all, like they think that the lady that works in there, just because she's an older woman, they can easily get past her and the crime would be a piece of cake. And well, this again reminds me back when I watched Collections Only. I mean, there's always something about, you know, young people underestimating older people because they're now, you know, physically weaker, or just they have a higher advantage physically over them, like the young people over the older people. But I mean, the experience can, you know, really take a, what's it called, like cause the tables to turn. You know, the experience of a person, the more they know, the more they spent time at a certain area. I mean, you never know what they know, what they can do, apart from the physical abilities. I mean, or, you know, like disabilities in this case. You never know what they can do to overpower you. So they go in there and they immediately get greeted. I mean, the guy, see, when they're in the car, the guy starts to say, oh, like, she barely even noticed last time I was in there. And the first thing she does is recognizes him as soon as he walks in, you know? Yeah, I've seen you before. And that completely throws him off. And the lady is actually being super kind and sweet and all of that to them. You know, that throws him off in the beginning, right? But the guy proceeds with the plan, and he goes to the back of the shop and does his thing while the girl distracts the older woman. And now this actress, her name is Adrienne Barbeau. I'm not sure how to pronounce her last name, and this is the first time I've heard of her. Apparently she's in like different shows, like The Crate, I think that was one of them that I read in the comments. And I forgot the other one. Now, I don't watch much shows. I'll be honest with you guys. I don't really binge too much on shows or series. I'm always busy, you know, and the only thing I do is just react to small videos here. And sometimes I watch, you know, more like films that a lot of people know of, like the Marvel films, you know, more like in theaters. I don't really watch shows, you know, so I need to kind of catch up on that, because I always see actors that I recognize, but I never know where they come out. And I'm pretty sure they were in a series or a show. I saw it in a trailer. Who knows, right? But yeah, this woman is, I guess, in like a lot of shows that involves horror, you know, things like that, like dark horror or dark shows. And she is playing the owner of the shop here. And well, as she is talking to the young lady, you start to learn from her that she, you know, her husband now passed away, and she's basically all by herself in that shop. You can see like all of the stuff that they have collected. You can see the old camera screens that they have in the back, but they still have the cameras, right? So you can see all of that. And well, these two young people are trying their best to succeed in their crime here. The girl is trying her best to distract her while the guy's back there, and eventually he makes the noise like he said he would do. And the woman, I mean, I didn't get this part, because when the guy says, hey, I'm gonna make a sound, like I knock something over, she's gonna go back and check. Meanwhile, you take whatever it is or the money, right? You take the money and we walk out. But I guess it wasn't the time yet. I don't know. I think he was holding something. I don't know what was going on in that part, but he knocked something over as he's trying to grab this like large collectible that they have in there, or antique. And the woman is about to go check, but then the young girl distracts her or continues to stall her by asking her about her husband. And this is when we know that he passed away. And so during this conversation, at some point, the girl gets a call from her dad, right? And so the woman immediately says, hey, you should call your dad. And, we know at the beginning she said, hey, I'm going to, she was totally lying to her, saying, I want to get a gift from my dad, just playing along, right? And so the woman remembers that she said that in the beginning. So when the phone rings and she sees that's her dad, she says, you should really, call him back because it's his birthday, And really, what we learn here is that it's actually the girl's birthday. But the woman here, the way she is treating this young woman and the way she's talking to her and even telling her, like, just call your dad. It's almost like if she's telling her, like, think it over. Think over, like, what you're going to do. Because at that point, I'm pretty sure she already knows. So she's telling her, like, think it over. I'm basically, like, showing mercy towards you. I'm telling you to think twice before you, commit your crime. But she doesn't do it, and she proceeds to go to the back and check on the guy. She says, okay, you should go check back there. And the woman says, no, I'm sure everything's fine. So she says, okay, I'm going to go check, right? So when she goes to the back, this is when things get very dark. Now, a couple of, a couple scenes back, the guy, when he opens the back door, you can see that there's another door in the, like, I think it's the bathroom or something. Another door beside him starts to open slowly. And this is when I got creeped out because I'm like, okay, there's something that's, like roaming around in there, some kind of evil spirit roaming around that shop. See, and this is what I'm telling you guys. Sometimes I feel like there's something evil in like an antique shop. I don't know why. There's just like a little, superstition I might have, but I feel that sometimes. So you can see that this door is opening on the side, but I don't think he notices. So by the time that the young girl, fast forwarding to the scenes back to where the girl is going to go check back on the guy in the background, in the back of the store, when she goes back there, she sees him frozen in time, and like he's just there, like a wax statue or something. And so as she approaches him, she also gets caught up in this like trance or whatever that this guy is in. And so this is when the lady comes behind her and starts to reveal everything where she says your souls will be trapped in time. Nobody will know you existed, and nobody will know your name, etc. That is some scary stuff to just. Can you imagine like just being stuck in an endless like loop, or just like you're just floating in time and you can't do anything about it. You're just stuck there. And even if you scream, they can't hear you. I mean, I'll be honest, you guys. This reminds me of sleep paralysis. Like I've had sleep paralysis through my life. Especially this happens when I'm tired, I don't get enough sleep, or when I want to get up already and my body's still like really tired, and I'm ready to get up and do stuff, but my body's just like, wait, I still want to rest. And I just get this like kind of like this, what do you call that? Like this little war between me and my soul or something. It feels like that. And I just can't move, and I feel paralyzed. I'm just kind of battling with myself in a way. At least it feels like that. And well, eventually I wake up, but I wake up like really flexing, and then I wake up breathing hard because I was just really trying to wake up. And so what that does is it makes me very tired throughout the day, and I wake up and I start feeling sluggish and all of that. But again, that happens usually when I don't get enough sleep. When I sleep too late or keep getting up too early, even though I'm still tired, my mind is constantly thinking like, you got to get to work, do stuff. So sometimes I catch myself like, hey, you got to stop, Roger, take a break, rest, sleep in. But anyway, you guys, so when I think about that scene, I think about the sleep paralysis, and so you're just kind of there, you can't really move, you're screaming, and it feels like it's real, but it's not, right? So imagine these guys, these young kids, that they're actually experiencing that for real. They are trapped in this endless time, this time, what is it called again? In this time trap, and then they're stuck in time and they just can't move. Now, at the end, we see that the lady has now trapped their souls in these two dolls, and she's sewing them, and well, they become part of the collection at the end. And I mean, my gosh, I feel like as evil as, as dark as this woman really was, we can see that also the soul of her husband appears there in the shop. As evil as they were at the end, I felt like the lady was trying to warn her, warn the girl specifically, because the guy was in the back just doing his thing. But she was trying to tell her, go outside and just make the call. This will actually change things up, and you will probably not go through with the crime or, with what you're going to do, because all of that kindness, all of the call, talking to your dad, it's going to change your mind. But that was her decision. She decided to do what she was going to do, and well, that's that. And even the lady told her, like, it was your choice. You don't blame others. And she tries to get away by saying, oh, it was him, I swear. But she tells her, no, like, if you blame others, it takes away your strength. And I didn't even think about that. That's true. It's like if you're afraid to face the consequences yourself, so you start pointing fingers all over the place. But really, we're held responsible for our own actions. So I thought that was a pretty deep thing that she said at the end, and so I just thought it was very scary that they ended up as dolls. My God, I don't know. I mean, I really enjoyed this one, though. I thought this was very twisted, very scary. But for the most part, I thought it was one of those types of situations where the two young people have this kind of moment of realization, and then they won't go through with what they wanted to do, and everything will be over. But it ended up being very unfortunate for both of them. What did you guys think, though, at the end? Let me know, and down below in the comment section, I would love to hear your thoughts. I think this one was very good, very enjoyable. I love the environment. The acting was so well done. The lady, I forgot her name now. That was the shop owner. She did a magnificent job as this, kind of nice / kind of manipulating evil woman, but very smart and very calm. And sometimes, sometimes that calmness and the kindness, it just kind of throws people off. So she did such a good job with that. And, at the end when she, turned very serious and dark. Excellent. The two people, of course, the young kids, also really good job. The acting was great. I think it was very, very good. It really felt real, like how you would feel if you were going to do something like that. Don't do that in real life. It's not a good thing to do. But it really did feel convincing. I really did enjoy this. Let me know what you guys thought once again down below. And don't forget once again to hit that subscribe button. Please go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and also hit that bell notification, and leave your thoughts down below, you guys. I would love to hear those thoughts. Thank you so much. Take care of yourselves. Peace.